Okay, this is the second section of Viva Violas now. Starting from measure 60, and we're going to work towards the end here. So I'm going to start in measure 60. Let's go from 60 to 69 in this section, okay? And you'll notice in this section, there's two phrases. The first phrase and then the second phrase. They're exactly identical in rhythm, but the pitches are a little bit different, okay? So once you have the rhythm down in the first phrase, it's going to be a little easier to play that second phrase because it's the same rhythm, just the notes are a little bit different. Okay, so here is from 60. We're going to do it way under tempo to start. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3. And we're going to stop there halfway through that last measure. Okay, so I was counting out loud. Hopefully you could hear that as I was playing, just so you really understand the rhythm and how that fits into the pulse, okay? I'm going to go again, same tempo. This time I won't count out loud, okay? So we're just going to feel that pulse internally this time. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, I want you to really be aware of your intonation, playing in tune on the second phrase. The second phrase starts halfway through measure 64, so check your music right now and know that we have F sharp on the D string, so my second finger has to be way up next to third finger on the D string. But then it's C natural on the A string. So now C natural, my second finger has to come way back next to 1 on the A string. So you have to make the big difference between our high 2, F sharp on the D string, and our low 2 next to first finger, C natural on the A string. So really be careful and make sure that you're playing that whole section in tune. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to 60 and play this up to tempo. Okay, it's allegretto con moto, a little faster. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so really feel those rests that you have on B3. Ba 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 be bum da 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 dee. And if you notice, you can kind of kick those offbeats, like the second note in 61. Da 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 dee dum. We want to feel that syncopation there. Let me play it one more time, and you can hear those accents a little more. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So you can play that along with the video and then do it a few times on your own. So you're just really feeling that rhythm together. Okay, so going on now, the next section, we're going to take the 3/8 notes before 69, those 3 little pickups there. Okay, the bowing is a little tricky through this part with the slurs. and the ties. So we're going to go very slowly at first. I'm going to go through the end of measure 76. Okay? So starting the 3/8 notes before 69. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 up over. Did you notice there's a big crescendo there at the end from 75 to 76, okay? Piano up to forte. So make that crescendo. Okay, I'll do it one time now without me counting out loud so you can just hear the music, but you need to count inside your head. Keep that pulse going internally for yourself, okay? 69. 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so if you need to now, go back, play through that a few times at that speed so you can really master the rhythms and the bowings and the notes and getting it in tune. Okay, and now I'm going to play it for you up to tempo so you know what your goal speed is. You're going to have to do some work on your own with the metronome to get this up to speed. Don't try and jump just from that slow recording, playing along with that, to the fast recording. You're going to have to take the metronome and slowly increase the speed, going through it about 3 times at each speed. You know, bump it up 1 notch on the metronome, play it 3 times. Bump it up another notch on the metronome, play it 3 times. Okay, because that's the only way you're going to get from that slow speed to now this up to tempo, faster speed. Okay, so now, the 3 notes before 69, up to tempo. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So, that was up to speed. If you can play it along with me at that speed, you're going to be just great. Okay, so we're going on now to 77, and we went through the gliss and how to do that. Remember, you're going to be on the A string. Your first note is D, but we're not going to play it with 3rd finger. We're going to shift up to 3rd position and play it with 1st finger. And that's the note we're going to. D to G, and you're just going to slide. And they want you to crescendo as you slide up as well. Okay? And then the gliss in 81, C natural, low 2, and we're going to slide it all the way back till it falls right off the back of the scroll. So don't just go to here and then have it fall off sideways. Start here and slide it all the way back until it falls off the end of the scroll. All the way back. So that's the gliss in 81. Okay, so now let's do it. I'm just going to do it up to tempo, and I'm going to stop when I get to the downbeat of 83 because we need to do some work on measure 84 slowly. Okay, so these are the glisses. I'm going to be prepared, get up to 3rd position, and you should have a tape there so you know exactly where that 1st finger goes. Here's 77. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and that's the end there. Okay, so that was that section. I'm going to go back and do that again in a little bit, but right now let's look at measure 84, okay? Do that really slowly. It's a nice arpeggio here, going up G major. That was every note. Now let's do it with a pulse. 1, let's see, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, do that a few times with the recording here. And now I'm going to do it up to tempo. And remember, do the work in between. Use that metronome to slowly speed it up to tempo. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... One more time. Ready and... Okay, now up to tempo. Ready and... One more time. Ready and then we go straight back to 69. Okay, so you have to jump your eyes back to 69 right there. So I'm going to start at 77 now, up to tempo, and I'm going to take the DS back to 69, and then I'm going to jump to the coda, and then we'll do a little bit of work on the coda. Okay? Actually, I won't jump to the coda. I'll just stop right before I get there. Okay, here's 77. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and right there we jump to the coda. Okay, let's look at that coda right now. Okay, right at the coda, under tempo, 3 and 4 and 4 and 4 and shift. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's the coda. Watch the bowing and measure 87. Do that really slowly so you get the down, slur, 3 on the up bow. Down, up. Okay? I'm going to do it just a tiny bit faster now, and then we'll do it up to speed. So here's a little faster, 85. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that's the coda, and now I'm going to do it one last time up to speed, and then we'll plug it into the rest of the song. Okay, here's up to tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. And we make that crescendo down to the end. Okay, so now that was that section. Let's plug it into the bigger picture, and I'm going to start. Let's start at 84. So we practice taking the DS back to 69, and then jump to the coda at the end of 74. Okay, so I'm going to start right at 84, up to tempo, and we're going to go all the way to the end. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1. And that's the end.